This week, we bid a not-so-fond farewell to Glenn Beck, and his possible replacement is proud that he bested a dead man. Coming up next.
Do you really believe that I could, or anybody here at Fox News, could just make things up and remain on the air? If I get out of control and start leveling baseless charges that can't be backed up, guess what happens? I'm fired. I lose my job.
Welcome to The Big Picture. I'm Walid Zafar. Glenn Beck is finally gone from Fox News, and it's not because of his record of making things up. Dishonesty is clearly not a problem for Fox. Politically motivated spin comes right from the top. Here are the real reasons Glenn Beck was let go. His ratings were plummeting, his relevance was dwindling, and Fox's revenue from his show were disappearing as advertisers fled. But Beck's final shows have been something to behold. Nothing new, of course, and nothing relevant at all. Just a sort of greatest hits of nonsense played on shuffle.
They just happen to want the destruction of the West and Israel, United States, establish a caliphate. You know, I'm pretty sure Saul Alinsky talked about this in his book. You know, the one that mentions Lucifer as the first rebel. Reminds me of Francis Fox Piven. The elites in this country, along with Woodrow Wilson. Soros funds many of these. Van Jones, Michael Moore. How many millions has George Soros spent to silence me?
In just 2.5 years, Beck's show went from regular old Republican politics featuring Karl Rove and Sarah Palin to caliphate conspiracies and end-time prophecies featuring Gog and Magog, which may help to explain his path from a rising conservative star to right-wing reject.
The book of Revelation said that Gog and Magog would come together. This is the alliance of Gog and Magog. Does that mean anything? I don't know.
Perhaps you've heard of Eric Bolling, but judging by his ratings, you probably haven't. This scholar and gentleman decided it was wise to gloat that he had passed a dead man in media influence. Congrats, Eric. You really earned it. Bolling, of course, is a Fox host with obvious racial hangups and an utter disregard for facts. He's also reportedly a contender to take over Glenn Beck's time slot. Think that's a coincidence?
Mr. Obama, you've decided that chugging a few 40s and rediscovering your Irish is more important than a presidential visit. So what's with all the hoods and the hizzy?
We don't have to have them in our White House and entertain him.
Go ahead, say it. Where?
In the
hizzy.
Do we really have to have him in the white hizzy?
How can we leave you with anything but the man himself? We put together a video of all of the things we'll miss about Glenn Beck's show. The conspiracies, the props, the crying. You can find the whole thing at MediaMatters.org. Here's just a taste. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
I know. That's good. Hey, I'm gonna. What do you? That's it. I mean, I was well, shit. Wait. Oh, look at. Oh, this is the worst television show in the history of television.